A mysterious man gives Mike the power to escape death, but his actions unleash a hellish force on Earth. Now Jack must battle demons, unravel family secrets, and stop the apocalypse before it consumes everything. At the start of the story, we meet Mike, a man who has just been shot and is desperately running from the police to save his life. In his panic, he hides in a secluded spot, hoping to escape. At that very moment, an unknown man appears and tells Mike that he can save his life if Mike agrees to do a task for him. In a desperate situation, Mike agrees. The man grants Mike some mysterious powers, and suddenly, a strange portal forms before them. The man uses this portal to take Mike away from the scene, and just as the police arrive, Mike is nowhere to be found. The scene shifts to a man named Cheng, who is deep in meditation. During his meditation, he experiences strange and terrifying visions. The world is being destroyed, and demons are killing people. He sees a man in his dreams along with his family, and most shockingly, the man is revealed to be Cheng's father, Visan. Cheng is stunned because his father is supposedly dead, yet the dreams show him causing the world's destruction. With a heavy heart, Cheng realizes that his father must be stopped to prevent the world from falling into ruin. Cheng's spiritual guide tries to calm him, insisting that his father is dead and there's no need for concern. But Cheng is certain his dream might come true. He insists on trying to save the world, even if it means confronting his father. After this, the scene transitions to Jack, his wife Prang, and their daughter Nova. The family is heading to Jack's village for a summer holiday. The drive from the airport to the village is long, about 4 to 5 hours. Instead of heading straight there, they decide to rest at a hotel and buy a few things before continuing. While shopping, Jack and Prang lose track of their daughter Nova. After frantic searching, they find Nova playing on a bridge. They're relieved, but Cheng, who had been near, warns Jack that he's about to become a monster. Jack is confused, but dismisses the warning and leaves with his family. Later, while inside a mall, chaos erupts. Mike, the man we saw earlier, appears with a gun and begins shooting at random, killing everyone in sight. As panic spreads, Jack tells his wife to take Nova back to the hotel while he tries to stop the shooter. Jack, once the sheriff of his town, has left his job to focus on his family, but he knows someone must intervene to stop the carnage.
Be friends?
Freeze!
American accent.
I said
It's so nice to meet you. You have fairy daddy.
As Jack approaches the scene, he spots a gun lying on the ground. As he picks it up, he notices a frightened girl nearby. She's crying and calling out, but before Jack can act, Mike shoots and kills her. Enraged, Jack shoots Mike, injuring him. Mike, barely conscious, tells Jack that he's just completed a ritual by shooting him. With those words, Mike's body explodes in a violent blast that seems to consume everything around. Miraculously, Jack survives, as does a police officer who was nearby. The two of them are shocked to find that the bodies of the people who died in the mall have mysteriously vanished. As they investigate, they hear a girl crying. When they approach, they discover that she's no longer human, but has turned into a monster. Before they can react, she attacks and kills the police officer. Jack tries to stop her by shooting, but the bullets have no effect. The girl continues to chase Jack, jumping on walls and relentlessly attacking him. Jack eventually finds a way to push her away and escape. Meanwhile, Jack's wife Prang and daughter Nova are dealing with their own terrifying situation. As they leave the area, they notice that something is terribly wrong. The people around them are fighting each other. Prang, frantic, takes Nova to a nearby bus station. They find a bus, but the keys are outside, and no one dares to go out and retrieve them. Eventually, Prang braves the danger, but just as she's about to get back on the bus, 2 men attack her. A stranger intervenes, saving Prang but losing his life in the process. The bus driver drives them away, But the danger isn't over. Back with Jack, he's running from the mall when he encounters a huge monster. Terrified, he's about to be consumed when suddenly Cheng appears. Cheng opens a portal and pulls Jack inside, saving him. Inside, Jack realizes he's in a strange place and remembers meeting Cheng before. He asks what's happening, and Cheng explains that Jack is now in the borderland, a realm between heaven and hell. Cheng tells Jack that he is the protector of Hell's Gate, and his mistake, shooting Mike, has opened the door to hell. Demons are now free to roam the earth, possessing the bodies of weak people and causing destruction. The man Jack shot in the mall, Mike, was part of a larger plan orchestrated by Cheng's father, Vissen, who had sent Mike to the mall to open the gates of hell. Cheng reveals that Vissen is about to regain his old powers, and the world is in imminent danger. But there's still time to stop it, if Jack can help. Cheng urges Jack to understand the gravity of the situation, for the future of the world hangs in the balance. The story takes us on a wild journey, where the fate of the world depends on whether Cheng, Jack, and the others can prevent the forces of hell from taking over. The mystery deepens as Jack learns more about his role in the catastrophe and his connection to the ancient forces at play. Time is running out, and the battle between good and evil is just beginning. After hearing Cheng's explanation about the true nature of his role in all of this, Jack is left in utter disbelief. Cheng explains that Jack has the ability to open and close the gate to hell, a power he inherited due to a tragic event that occurred at his birth. Jack's mother died giving birth to him under a blood moon, and this is why he was chosen for such a monumental task. Cheng goes on to reveal that Jack's guilt for his mother's death and his feeling of being cursed are part of what led him to this fate. The blood moon, a rare celestial event, marked his birth and sealed his destiny. Cheng further explains that they must close the gate to hell as soon as possible. Mac, the man Jack had shot, is the key to getting to Vissen, Cheng's father. Vissen is responsible for the chaos, and it is through Mac's actions that they can find the rift and close the gate to save the world. Jack, still confused and desperate, insists that his priority is saving his family. But Cheng warns him that the longer the gate remains open, the more vulnerable his family becomes. Reluctantly, Jack agrees, realizing that only by closing the gate can he save everyone. The scene shifts, and we find Prang and Nova on a bus, trying to get away from the chaos. However, they soon learn that the road ahead is blocked due to an accident, and the bus cannot go any further. The driver tells them that they'll have to get off and find another way. Parag reluctantly agrees, and they both disembark, making their way back to the hotel. When they arrive, they are greeted by a shocking scene. People inside the hotel are fighting violently, tearing each other apart. Prang, unable to stand by, grabs a trolley and attacks the aggressors, killing them in self-defense. After ensuring their safety, she and Nova head to their hotel room. Meanwhile, Cheng is leading Jack towards the gate of hell. As they move through the chaotic world, Jack suddenly hears a scream coming from the top of a building. Unable to ignore the cry for help, Jack rushes up the building to save the girl. The girl, once safe, looks at Jack in confusion, asking where she is and who she is. Jack recognizes her. She was the same girl he saw in the mall, the one whom Mac had shot. The girl, still in shock, mentions a boy's name repeatedly, but before they can make sense of it, a massive demon appears, attacking them both. Jack tries to protect the girl, but the demon catches her, kills her, and devours her soul. Jack, overwhelmed with rage and helplessness, watches in horror as the girl is consumed by the demon. Cheng arrives just in time to pull Jack away and explain the situation further. Cheng tells Jack that demons like the one they encountered are common in the borderland. This particular demon feeds on souls, and the girl was no exception. Jack, confused and angry, demands to know what this means for him. Cheng reveals that Jack himself is already dead. The explosion in the mall had killed him, and what Jack sees now is his soul. He's been brought to the borderland to help close the gate of hell. At first, Jack cannot believe what Cheng is saying. How could he be dead? If he's dead, how can he save his family? Cheng insists that closing the gate is the only way to fix everything. Only by doing so can Jack return to the real world and ensure the safety of his loved ones. Jack, although shocked, understands that this is his only chance. Back at the hotel, Prang and Nova are still recovering from the horrors they've faced. Suddenly, there's a knock at the door. When Prang opens it, she is shocked to see Jack standing there. Overjoyed, she runs to him. But there's something wrong. This is not the Jack she knows. The person standing before them is Mac, who has taken on Jack's appearance. Mac tells Prang and Nova that he's here to take them to a safe place. Prang is confused but follows him, unsure of what's happening. Meanwhile, Cheng continues to guide Jack through the borderland. They soon encounter a group of monsters, and Cheng fights them off effortlessly. They reach a theater where Cheng prepares to open a portal. He performs a spell, and the portal opens. Jack is transported to the real world, but something feels off. As soon as Jack sees his reflection in a mirror, he realizes that he's no longer in his own body. Cheng explains that he found a body for Jack to inhabit, as a soul cannot exist in the real world without one. Now, in a new body, Jack is more determined than ever to find Mac and stop the destruction. As they continue searching for Mac, Cheng gives Jack a gun and a knife, telling him that these weapons are necessary to kill Mac. Jack, confused but willing, accepts the weapons and follows Cheng. Soon, they find themselves standing in front of Jack's hotel. Jack realizes that Mac must be with his family inside. When Jack enters the hotel, he's horrified to see that his family is looking at him with blank, unfamiliar eyes. It's clear that they no longer recognize him. As Jack stands there, Mac appears from behind, and the two men engage in a brutal fight. During the struggle, both of them fall into the pool. Jack, seizing the opportunity, pulls out the knife, ready to end it all. But just as Jack prepares to strike, Prang, in a shocking turn, picks up a gun and shoots Jack. Jack's body is destroyed by the bullet, and his soul is sent back to the borderland. There, a demon attacks his soul, but before it can devour him, Cheng intervenes, saving Jack. Cheng tells Jack that although his body is gone, his daughter's blood runs through his veins, and that is why his family is the key to stopping Visen's plan. Jack, still struggling to comprehend everything, follows Cheng's lead as they hurry to stop the ritual and close the gate. In the real world, Mac, fully recovered from the pool fight, opens a portal and leads Prang and Nova through it, taking them to the borderland. There he plans to bring them to his master, Visen, who has grand plans for the family. Back in the borderland, Cheng and Jack continue their journey. They reach the door to Hell, where Visen is preparing his final ritual. Cheng tells Jack that in order to close the door, they must first kill Mac and Visen. Only then will the gate shut for good. They step through another portal and arrive at Visen's location, where a fierce battle ensues. Jack and Mac face off in a brutal fight, and just when Jack is about to be defeated, Prang throws him a gun. With one shot, Jack kills Mac, and his soul is sent to the borderland, where a massive demon consumes it. As Jack, Cheng, and Visen face off, Jack stabs Visen, ending the reign of evil once and for all. With Visen's death, the gate to Hell finally closes, sealing away the demons and restoring peace to the world. Jack, having saved his family and the world, can finally rest, knowing that his purpose has been fulfilled. The story concludes with Jack having saved everything he held dear. His family is safe, and the chaos that threatened to destroy the world is finally over. The door to Hell is closed, and evil has been vanquished, bringing an end to the horrific battle that had unfolded. Jack's journey, filled with heartache, loss, and redemption, is finally complete.